All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we have another Los Angeles Lakers video for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I do this every single day. Really appreciate the love. Today we're actually going to talk about a guy who's been bought out in Austin Rivers. So I think this dude could actually come into the Lakers squad and make an immediate impact. This is good, but the one concern is the Bucks are currently favored to land him. We'll see what happens, but this is exactly the three-point shooter that you want, that you kind of need to have. Made a video about Wayne Ellington, but I think a lot of people would rather have Austin Rivers. I mean, considering he's also 6 years younger. Same type of thing from three, shooting 43%, just one degree above Wayne Ellington. So with Austin Rivers, I think this really is the last piece they're kind of missing. You get a guard, you get a playmaking guard, three-point shooter. He can hold his own on defense, but I guess that would be his weakness. On the season, on the Knicks, he's averaging 7.3 points per game. Nothing too special, but this is a guy you can throw on the bench, kind of lead that second unit, especially scoring-wise. I mean, he can really come in here and make a difference. Like I said, man, we're the best defense in the league, so I think this last signing is kind of a move you can make with defense not really being in mind, considering Andre Drummond just got signed. If they didn't get Andre Drummond just a few days ago, he will be making his debut tonight. If they didn't get Andre Drummond a few days ago, I think that this is definitely not the move. You definitely want to get a big man, but Hassan Whiteside, I guess, is really the only other option. So thank goodness they got Andre Drummond. Oh my God. But 3-point, I think they're right there in the middle of the pack. They might be 15th or 16th in 3-point shooting, but just a very average 3-point shooting team. There's no more Danny Green. I think Austin Rivers could really come on in here and really help this team, specifically with 3 points. Career, he is averaging 35%, so you're going to get that with him. Consistent, reliable. This is a good guy to sign. I mean, I've talked about Wayne Ellington in a couple of my videos, but I do think he is another viable option. He's shooting 42% from deep this year, which is something the Lakers obviously really could use. The Pistons were only asking for a second-round pick for him in the trade deadline. No team took that. I'm kind of surprised. The Lakers they didn't even really appear to be interested, but the problem with a lot of these dudes, like even Avery Bradley, a lot of the issue is they haven't even been bought out yet. So considering there's only 10 more days until you can pick up these free agents, or you can buy players out and pick them up, the clock is ticking. So Austin Rivers might really be one of the last options as of right now. That's what we know. But I think Austin Rivers would be good. But I mean, like I'm saying, man, Avery Bradley, I would love to get him, but I don't know if he'll get bought out. He just played a decent chunk of minutes in Houston. They play the Nets tonight, so we'll kind of monitor that situation. Like, obviously, Otto Porter Jr. would be, I think, completely ideal for everybody. I would rather have Otto Porter Jr. than Austin Rivers because Otto can still knock down that three. When healthy, Otto is really that dude. I think he's a perfect signing, but I don't know if Orlando's going to buy him out because they've got their young core. You've got Fultz, you've got Isaac. They've got that young core, but Otto Porter Jr., every team needs veterans. Every single team needs veterans. Even rebuilding teams need veterans. So that's kind of the issue lying there. Obviously, Jeff Teague just got signed the other day. Mo Harkless could definitely be another guy I would like Mo Harkless. I think Mo Harkless would kind of be like if Otto Porter Jr. doesn't work, but I think looking at everything, obviously I made a whole video about Hassan Whiteside earlier today if you guys want to check that out, but I'm not huge on Hassan Whiteside. He can't even space the floor. I think we got that defense. He's not great on defense, and I know Marc Gasol's got his issues. I know he does. He's kind of was playing like P.J. Tucker. No, actually, P.J. Tucker was way better than Marc Gasol this year. But statistically, they kind of did the same thing. I mean, Marc Gasol, statistically, this season is just not really there. But he is 36. He has that playoff experience. He has that championship experience, which I think is really important. Austin Rivers also, I mean, that's one of the best part about the buyout market is these aren't just a lot, it's not like they're young dudes. These are veterans with experience who, I mean, they want to go to a contender. They want to help that team. So Austin had a couple of good years in Houston coming off the bench this season. I mean, he only played in 21. He's only averaging 21 minutes per game. So I really like Austin Rivers. I like it a lot considering, I mean, there's just isn't really much out there that we know of for sure. And got a couple of wins under the belt. Like I said, Andre Drummond makes his debut tonight. So these guys can hold it down before LeBron comes back, before AD comes back. Hopefully AD can come back soon. But last game of the month here against Milwaukee, I think we got to win this game or at least keep it close. Hopefully somebody can step up. Also, Schroeder recently turned down an extension. It's kind of interesting. I still really think they got an upgrade at point guard. We'll see when the playoffs come if Schroeder is an upgrade compared to Rondo at the point guard position. I know statistically in the regular season, obviously Schroeder has been just so huge for the Lakers, but Rondo in the playoffs is a different breed, and we'll kind of see, especially considering he's on the Lakers. I mean, we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us, but he did turn down an extension. So we'll see what happens with the Lakers and Dennis Schroeder. We'll see what happens with the Lakers and possible point guards. But I think we are kind of lacking at the guard position right now. 3-and-D player would be great, but it's not really looking like Otto's going to get bought out at this current moment. So Austin Rivers, that's my pick. I think it's perfect. I know there's also some talks about like Lance Stevenson. I like that. I like Lance Stevenson, gritty. He's kind of that 3-and-D player that they could really use as well. So Lance Stevenson is actually a pretty good sleeper. And who's that other one? Kyle Korver. Don't sleep on Kyle Korver, but I mean, that's just, I don't think Kyle Korver's likely as well. So honestly, Mo Harkless, Austin Rivers, those are pretty viable. But we'll see what these Lakers do. We'll see what Drummond does tonight. I'll drop a prediction. Drummond, there's no AD. There's no LeBron. I bet this dude really honestly might drop a 20-20 tonight. I don't know what we'll see what will happen. I don't know what will happen because the Bucks are a great team. They're a really good defensive team as well. But Andre Drummond, man, he's in shape. He just got signed like 3 or 4 days ago, and he is ready 3 days ago. So he's ready to go. It's absolutely beautiful. I hope they get that W. If you enjoy this, I actually might be live for that. So check out for that live. I might be live for that game. But if you enjoy this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Laker Nation been showing me mad love, so I really appreciate you guys. Let's get that win tonight. It's a big one. Milwaukee on ESPN. So see you guys there.